Good morning, student. Today we have the next article, derivation for radius and energy. In last article, we have to see the postulates of Bohr theory. There are three postulates, second and third. Before that, we have continued the derivation for radius and energy. For hydrogen atom, Z is equal to 1. This is the atomic number of hydrogen. Only one electron is present in the orbit. Therefore, mv square upon r is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught e square r square. This equation we have studied in last lecture. Give the direct in this equation. Multiplying both sides by m and cancelling r, then we get m square v square is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught m e square upon r. Multiply m in this equation and cancel the r. What is the equation? M into m square, v square same, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is right same, m into e square upon r, 1 r and r get cancelled, only remaining r. Okay, this is equation number 1. For second postulate, mvr is equal to n into h upon 2 pi. This is equation number 2. We have already seen in last lecture. Mass, velocity and radius is equal to n. N is the principal quantum number, h upon 2 pi. Therefore, multiplying or squaring this equation, m square v square r square is equal to n square into s square upon 4 pi. This is equation number 3. This equation get squaring. M square v square r square is equal to n square into h square upon 4 pi. From equation 1 and 2, this and this equation 1 and 2, then we get n square into s square upon 4 pi square. This equation 1 and 2, left hand side will be equal. That's why writing this equation, n square s square upon 4 pi square is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught m e square upon r. Okay, therefore cancelling the same term, remaining term will be write down r is equal to epsilon naught cross multiplication, r is equal to epsilon naught n square s square upon pi 1 pi get cancelled, 4 get cancelled. Okay, pi m e square, this pi and this cross multiplication m e square. This is equation number 4. Okay, this is the radius of orbit. Using the value of r, this equation r, in equation 1, then we get mv is equal to n into h upon 2 pi pi m e square upon epsilon naught n square h square. Okay, this is the value of r. This is the, or v is equal to mm get cancel, same term will be cancel out, therefore v is equal to e square upon 2 epsilon naught n into h. This pi get cancel, 1 n 1 h get cancel, this m get cancel. Remaining term will be e square upon 2 epsilon naught n into h. This is equation number 5. Okay. From the above equations, from the above equation, then we have, first one is the radius of nth orbit of Bohr's atom is Rn is equal to epsilon naught n square h square upon 2 epsilon naught n into, n square into h square, 2 epsilon naught m e square. This is the equation for radius of nth orbit. We have to calculate in radius of first orbit, epsilon naught n square a square upon pi m e square. This is the first orbit radius, and this is the nth orbit radius. Rn is equal to epsilon naught n square s square upon 2 pi epsilon naught m e square. From this expression, we observe that Rn is directly proportional to n square. This is the equation. Rn is directly proportional to n square. Hence, the electron cannot rotate in any arbitrary orbit, but in certain specified orbits in which radius is proportional to square of integral number, means n square, square of integral number characterizing that orbit. Radius is proportional to n square, means integral number characterizing that orbit. Thus, the radii of the orbit or radius of the orbit is or in ratio 1:4, 4:9, 9:16, 16:25, and so on. 1 means first radius, 1 square. What is the square? 1. 2 square, 4. 3 square, 9. 4 square, 16. 5 square, 25. 36, and so on. These are the radius, and so on. Number 2, the velocity of the electron in nth orbit is Vn is equal to e square upon 2 epsilon naught n into h. This is the nth term velocity. Vn is equal to e square upon 2 epsilon naught n into h. And then third one is the kinetic energy of the electron in nth orbit is k is equal to 1/2 mvn square. This is the formula of kinetic energy, 1/2 m Vn square. Vm means mass. Then using the values of Vn, then we get this value. Then we get kinetic energy is equal to m e to the power 4. Put the values of Vn in this equation. M e to the power 4 upon 8 2 square 4. 4 into 2 8. 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. This is equation number 6. This is the equation of kinetic energy. Okay. Then fourth one is the potential energy of the electron in nth orbit or nth Bohr orbit can be observed as follows. Okay. The potential energy of the electron when it is a distance r from the nucleus is measured by the work done is moving the electron from the distance r to infinity. Distance is infinity. Okay. Therefore, potential energy is equal to 0 to infinity. Integration 0 to infinity F into dr. What is by F? F is the electrostatic force. Dr is change in radius. Or equal to integration 0 to infinity. What is the value of F? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught E square R square into dr. Or Pe is equal to minus of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught E square upon R. After solving this integration, the potential energy equation will be getting in this form. P is equal to minus of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught E square upon R. Okay. Using the value of R, using the value of R from equation 4. We have already, where is the 4? Equation number 4. This is equation number 4. From equation 4. Then we get PE is equal to minus of me to the power 4 upon 4 epsilon naught square n square h square. This is equation number 7. Then last fifth one is the total energy of the electron in nth orbit is En is equal to, means total energy is equal to Ke plus P, means kinetic energy plus potential energy. We have already calculated these two energy. Therefore, En is equal to, what is the kinetic energy? Me to the power 4 upon 8 epsilon naught square n square h square minus me to the power 4 epsilon naught square n square h square, or En is equal to minus of me to the power 4 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. Okay. This is the equation number 8, and this is the final equation. Negative sign, this sign indicate that the electron is bound to the orbit. Therefore, En is directly proportional to 1 upon n square, or inversely proportional to n square. What is the value of n? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. This is the quantum numbers. Okay. Now to be continued in ground state. We are already the radius, find out the radius and energy state. How to calculate the ground state of hydrogen atom? In ground state, the lowest orbit of hydrogen atom, for which the principal quantum number n is equal to 0, because of our, we have to see this is first orbit, this is second, this is third and so on. This is the ground state orbit. Therefore, n is equal to 1. In ground state, radius of first Bohr orbit is, the formula is r1 is equal to epsilon naught s square upon pi me square. What is the value of epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is equal to 8 into 85 into 10 raised power minus 12 coulombs per Newton meter square. What is the value of EH? Means Planck's constant, 6.63 into 10 raised power minus 34 joule second. What is the value of M? 9.11 into 10 raised to power minus 31 kg, mass of the electron. And E is the charge. What is the charge? 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19 coulomb. Put these values. Epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 raised power minus 12 into h square. What is the value of 6.63 into 10 raised power minus 34 joule second whole square upon, what is the value of pi? 3.14. What is the value of m? 9.11 into 10 raised power minus 31 kilogram into, what is the value of E? 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 19 coulomb square. This is the value putting in this equation. After calculation, R1 is equal to 0.528 angstrom. Calculate these values. The answer is 0.528 angstrom. Hence, equation, last equation we have to see, equation number 5. Equation number 5 can be written as Rn, this is the radius equation in nth term. Rn is equal to n square into R1. The energy of electron in ground state, that is in first Bohr orbit, is E1 is equal to minus of me to the power 4 8 epsilon naught square s square, since n is equal to 1 because of ground state. That's why I am not writing the n. Putting these values, m, what is m? Mass of electron. How much value? 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram e to the power 4. What is the value of e? E means charge, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Write down these values. Minus of 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 into e 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 to the power 4 because of fourth power, divided by 8 into epsilon naught. What is the value of epsilon naught? 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 whole square into, what is the value of H? 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second, their whole square. After calculating this equation, therefore E1 is equal to minus 13.60 electron volt. This is the value of first Bohr orbit. E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volt. Hence, using equation 8, using equation 8, what is the equation? En is equal to minus E1 upon n square. What is the value of E2? We have to calculate in E1. What is the value of E2? Put this value in this equation, divided by n square means 1. What is the value of E2? E2 is equal to minus 3.4 electron volt. Then E3 is equal to minus 1.51 electron volt, and so on. This is the ground state energy of